Boom, move forward. And there we go. Hello and welcome into the Prem de la Creme podcast, match week 31. And again, what a match week it was. Big games at the bottom, big games at the top, and big games at the creme of the mountain of English football so far this season. Today is going to be a lovely, lovely show for myself, especially Uzi, Nawaz, and maybe less so for Mac. So let's introduce our esteemed panel and jump straight into this. In the blue corner, we have all the way from Manchester United, Mr. Official Uzi Ahmed.
How's it going, guys? Wasn't a good weekend of football in the Premier League, but we were feasting as rival fans today.
Yeah, we cook it. And the second guy who's going to be eating today is Big Nawaz, the corner flag. What are you saying?
Listen. I ate well during Eid, and today I had the best dessert I could have ever asked for. Some Carabao. I never drank Carabao before, but today, it went down. It went down.
When we talk about taste, I mean, Carabao is the loveliest taste, but a man who didn't actually end up tasting such a sweet nectar of drink. My friend, all the way from Durban, all the way from South Africa, my favorite UEFA B pro license man in the world, the guy with the best touch, with the best throws, with the best beards, but not with the best trophy. Mr. Mac Saeed, how are you feeling on this lovely Sunday evening?
Honestly, quite deflated, but still top of the league, lads. Still top of the league. That's the best trophy that's going to come.
Very interesting. Well, I mean, let's just start there. Let's start there because a couple man in this room, in this virtual room, and online were saying quadruple is on. And now that got absolutely shut out today as Manchester City ran out 2-0 winners over the mighty, well, the not so mighty Arsenal Football Club. So I'm going to start with you, Nawaz. I want to start with you. I want to hear your thoughts on the game so far from a neutral's perspective.
From a neutral's perspective, okay, so I made a video also talking about how it was an opportunity for Arteta to psychologically win the league today. And Arsenal played some good football, some attacking football, some a statement performance. You have Saka there, you have Gyökeres still. I know they were missing Odegaard and no Eze, but it was an opportunity for them to really showcase their dominance throughout the season, which a lot of Arsenal fans were saying that wasn't on display today. Man City's midfield outplayed their midfield. Bernardo Silva acting like a pit bull, like a small little British bulldog also, or rat. You can say whatever animal. He did well there in midfield. And Nico O'Reilly probably going to be, going to the World Cup. It was his final today. But I think, just from a Arteta criticism perspective, I think he missed out on the opportunity to secure the league. Today was an opportunity. People never realized it, but I think now it opens the door where doubt will now start creeping in, and a domino effect will start from the fan base. AFTV are going to make a lot of videos tonight saying, oof, why didn't we win? Questions here, questions there. It will now, next fan will say it, another fan will say it. If Arsenal somehow start dropping points in the league, it's going to be an interesting last 8 games. Let me tell you that. I was disappointed. As a neutral, Arteta should have taken the game more to Man City.
Well, I mean, the whole conversation before the game was Master is going to get beaten by the Apprentice. But the Apprentice showed that he's inept, that he's never going to get over the Master. Yeah, and the Master is the Master for a reason. And you know what? Let's stop messing around there. Mac, you're mighty Arsenal. You said you were going to win the quadruple, and yet you failed at the first hurdle. Not the second hurdle, not the third hurdle. You failed at the very first hurdle. And an injury-stricken Manchester City side, without John Luigi Donnarumma, without Mark Gahey, without some of their top players.
That's not even an excuse.
Without some of their top players, they still beat you 2-0. As an Arsenal fan, as a guy who was propping up this quadruple, what happened today?
We can say the same thing about injuries, but the team was good enough on the day to beat Manchester City. It was a deflating performance. I don't think we were bad, nor do I think we were good. That was the major difference. What is this guy looking at, bro? I'm telling you, we weren't even that bad, bro. It's just literally City in those 20 minutes of that second half. Like, just hit into like third or fourth gear. And then after that, bro, we weren't strong enough. I can say mentality-wise, we weren't strong enough to get over it. It was disappointing, right? It was disappointing. But it's a Mickey Mouse Cup after all. I'm joking. No, I'm not. even if we won, I would have said it's a Mickey Mouse trophy. Listen, at the end of the day,
Would you really?
yes, ask these guys. How many times I said it? Even if we lose or win, I would have said Mickey
That's
Mouse.
called covering your ass, bro. That's called covering your ass, man.
No,
We know you would have
listen,
been going
the
crazy.
main thing for us this season is to get over the Premier League. If we don't do that, then bro, shit hits the fan. Carabao Cup is one thing. It's a one small trophy thing. You lose that, it's one of those things. It's gonna be City's only trophy this season. So I'm not too fussed. I literally told these guys the Wolves draw against Arsenal hit more than this. I know it's a final, but I don't feel as hurt as that game. You know what I mean? It's not that bad, bro. It's just onwards and upwards from them.
Onwards and upwards. I mean, you couldn't get much worse than that. The fact that you took a Chelsea reject, let him throw the ball in his own net, and you lost the final. You had Kai Havertz up front, missing a guilt edge chance and missing it again. That's what happens when you buy from the scrapyard, is that you're going to get shit, right? And eventually you're going to get found out. And Arsenal, again, have been being found out. And this is the first time you've been in a final since 2020. The first time really since 2017 you played in a final where there wasn't any fugaziness going on. And when the fugaziness isn't there, Arsenal just do not turn up once again. So for me as a Chelsea fan, I thought you guys were the favourites going into it. You're the better team in the league. You're better performance-wise. But when the pressure is on, Manchester City. I mean, let's just talk about that for a moment, because honestly,
I'd just like to say, Broski earlier in the first half was saying O'Reilly needs to shut up. He's only 19. Bro dunked on him in 4 minutes with 2 goals. It was just sweet for me, you know, because Mac was running his mouth and Broski dunked.
I think there's that moment where Zubomendi and O'Reilly was squaring up. They said, this guy is 19, he can't do anything. He took that personally.
Bro,
and I took that
he
personally.
went straight buckets, bro.
No, fair enough. Fair enough, they got the victory.
But let's be honest, right? I mentioned it also leading up into this game. I wish I had it on camera and on video. But I said, for some reason, the fact that Kepa Arrizabalaga is starting. Because remember, back in 2017 or 2018, or 2019, he did that whole situation with Sarri where he did not get subbed off. And in 2022, I think that's when he also got subbed on. He couldn't save 11 penalties, and then he missed his own. And then
in that kit
today, before the mistake happened, there was a situation there where I think it was Doku.
Yeah.
That's when already the nerve started.
That's when
you got a yellow card against Doku.
No, but that is criminal too. The way he lost that ball, bro, it's criminal. You can't be doing that in the final. It's just literally handing it to them, bro. Here's your biryani, bro. I know we had Eid yesterday, but you can't be giving it to him again the next day. It doesn't come. Well, it does come twice. It doesn't come twice.
Doesn't come twice in the same week, bro.
Yeah, but one thing I would say is Arteta, I know you have your cup keeper, but this is like an opportunity to go, you know what? We haven't won a trophy for 6 years. People are saying that I haven't really won a proper trophy the whole time I've been here. This is my opportunity to win it. Somebody put in the chat, David Rice stops both of those. This is where I think Arteta's mental weakness comes into it. I understand you have this whole cup keeper, whatever. You want to keep, what's the word? You want to keep some level of like authority and genuineness behind what you say, right? Because if he says Kepa come in as a cup keeper, then get rid of him in the final, it looks bad. But at the end of the day, who cares what these keepers think, right? Who cares if you broken Kepa's heart? Because if you win a trophy, it changes everything. Because now I think you basically just have no chance in the Champions League because you've proven in a one-off game against a team that's of an even decent level, right? You're going to get smoked because you don't know how to behave in one game, right? That's the first thing. And the second thing is like, then you're not going to win the FA Cup. And now you haven't got the mentality to win the Premier League. So this could be another season where you lose everything. And this is from a point where you could win everything.
This is the narrative you're all trying to create. It's just the Carabao Cup, bro. It's one game. Literally one game we lost now for final. It's a big game. It's a massive game. But, bro, we have a 2-week break. This is where the players need to relax, take it all in, and just lock in afterwards. Literally, we have a 2-week break, international break. Lock in, and after that, we work again.
Because if you're doing this is what I'm thinking. If you're doing this against Man City, who weren't even that good, right? What happens if you play PSG in a one-off game in the final? What happens if you play Bayern in the final? What happens if you play Real Madrid in the final? You think these mentally weak players and mentally weak managers are going to get over these lot? when they couldn't even do it against a worse team. Not a chance in hell. And I'm so happy I saw that because it's just made everything 10 times easier for me as a Chelsea fan.
So this is what I was saying also. So that's why my opening statement today was the opportunity for them to say, showcase your dominating football that we've been talking about the entire season when it matters in this high pressure, high stake game, when it's once off. This isn't a league campaign where you can play not to lose. You have to play to win in cup finals. You have to play to win in knockout competitions. So that's why the criticism towards Arsenal is the fact that they're playing in a league, right, where there are 20 teams, where majority of the 20 teams will sit back at you, where you can play your set piece and absorbing, trying to make them absorb as much pressure as you can and try and getting these balls in behind. But when you're in these once-off games where you're going to be versing the likes of PSG, Man City, Barcelona potentially, right? Those are the games where football will have to be played. They're not going to sit back. They will give you opportunities for you to come in behind. But then at any point, they can transition and then you're going to have to defend. Today, City, if they had a half-decent striker that could dribble, the scoreline would have been more than 2-0 because Haaland, by the way, another final has to be said, another final, Haaland ghosted in. And then, City could have definitely scored more than 2 goals.
Yeah, I think if Mamouche was on the ball there, bro, easy 2 goals. The way Haaland moves is like a truck trying to turn, bro. A 16-ton truck trying to make a turn. Bro, he moves with his head down, and that one again, was it against Saliba when he was 1-on-1? He, instead of going on the outside, going on the inside and lost it. Yeah.
Saliba did well there, but should have made it look that easy.
Yeah.
Let's just address some of the comments here, right? So on YouTube, Nick Fadley says Arsenal can still do the single, probably referring to the Premier League. Man City can
the
never
single, that is hilarious. The fucking single. Did somebody actually say that?
I don't even know Arsenal fan. Some guy.
That's so good. That is so good.
Do the single. Just say win the Prem, bro. Put the prize in the bag. And man, the funny statement there though is Man City can still win a domestic treble. Would you have guessed that? No ways.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's more likely than Arsenal winning a double. To be honest, that City will win a domestic treble is more likely, because they'll get past Liverpool, and now they've got a chase an Arsenal team that have shown that they're mentally weak again, right? And it goes back to the old adage of like 6 and toes may break my bones, but Arsenal will always finish second. And it's another time where you've proven that. You've done it 3 times in the league in a row. The first trophy that you could come up and win, you finish second again.
That's
this is why you should have won today, though, because the fact is, had you won today, then the whole don't win stuff would have been done and dusted.
As soon as I saw Jesus coming on, bro, I told you guys, I don't understand
bro,
why
you can't even say that because bro had your second best chance of the game other than Calamari's one.
I don't give a shit, bro. What else
He
did he do? He came on and lost the ball.
He was much better than Gyökeres in front of goal. Much better.
Is this guy smoking something, bro? He was the best player in the pitch for Arsenal. No,
Gyökeres. Did you say you're gonna win quadruple? Who's not smoking?
You were saying
both sitting together at the same game watching it.
Let me tell you that Gyökeres wasn't better in the sense where he could have scored goals, but he created at least
throughout. Other than that, I'm talking about as a striker. You sign him to score goals. In front of goal, he was no
manager.
No, but in that aspect, where was the creativity for him to go forward?
In that aspect, Jesus was the better player in front of goal in that 20-odd minutes.
No, you support Man United and it clearly shows.
He had one shot.
Bruno Fernandes.
Bro, he had one shot.
Bruno Fernandes,
right? Which was much better than Gyökeres's in front of goal. That one shot. Gyökeres throughout the game, he was good. He was holding off players. He created chances. But as a pure striker, bro, he didn't do the job. Because we going off Erling Haaland, right? But he also ghosted in a final way. He should have scored.
He didn't go. He was the best player on the field.
I'm saying other than goal scoring, bro.
Who?
No, but you can't say go.
To be fair, like I think Jesus hit the post, right? And then
even
Calafiori hit the post.
Calafiori hit the post. That's was your 2 best chances outside of the Havertz one. The Havertz one in the early stages of the game.
Those are the chances you need to take. If you don't take it, you're bound to lose.
But then like this is where criticism has to be shown again. I'm telling you, this was an embarrassing performance from Arteta because you're signing this big money striker. You sign him for games like this. You don't sign him for away days at Leeds United. You sign him to win trophies.
But he scored the winner against Everton, though, Noaz. He scored the winner against Everton. So,
Scored
but
brace
this
against
is what I was
Everton.
pointing out to them. We needed to bring Max Dowman on because we needed that creative outlook.
He was crying out for Max Dowman.
Yeah,
We
that's
needed that-
right.
there was no
But
creativity.
listen,
It was
as-
too stagnant in that midfield.
as a
why do you keep on playing
16-year-old in a
Trossard
game
then?
of this
He's been shit for like 2 months. Why do you still play
magnitude,
Trossard? This is Arteta's problem.
Bro,
Why do you still play
there's no
Trossard?
one.
He's been shit for
To
so
be
long.
fair, I was saying they should have started Martinelli. They shouldn't have started Trossard in this game.
Bloody hell, that's what you get to.
Bro.
Fucking hell. Start
bro,
Martinelli.
I don't
Crikey.
think Max
I
Dowman
I
would
had
have done
brothers talk about
anything,
country, but
bro.
now talk about Martinelli. Oh my
As a
days.
16-year-old in
Very
a game of this
embarrassing, though.
magnitude, bro. A game of this magnitude, a final in England. I don't think a 16-year-old is coming on and changing the game for you. If Eze
That's
was
the thing,
there,
you
it's a
don't know,
different
bro.
story,
If he
bro.
comes on and does
It's
something,
only Ed also.
Maybe Eze was there, I think it could have changed the game for you guys. But other than that,
definitely we had Eze or Odegaard. It changes the game.
Let's address some of the comments quickly before we continue. So we might have to do a bit of scrolling over. So what's some of the latest ones? Let's see what people are saying.
Joshua says, I was really angry with the result today. It was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Must
And the
have been
performance
Malik
was
and
you sad with both, really, because City just kept jabbing away. You should have knocked them out in the first round, but you didn't. And then obviously City just decided to turn up. Kepa, obviously, Loki spy. Loki love Kepa Arrizabalaga as well as Havertz.
He's
So, yeah.
better than
It was a win at Chelsea today.
Yeah, this is, I guess, towards back. Mr. Faiz Malik on YouTube. Aubameyang is better than Jokeres. Oh, Jokeres. Shit. I see what you think.
Fairs, he is.
Yes, bro. Would you have taken?
Depends.
There's
Not
Jokeres
depends, bro.
to prove.
Jokeres has to do a lot to be better than Aubameyang at Arsenal.
Definitely, I can agree. But the thing is, Gyökeres got more goals than Aubameyang.
But overall,
Over what time period?
In one season.
in one season.
I'm pretty sure he was a top goal scorer at a point. Aubameyang shared it with who?
Yeah, but
Maybe
you
that was
should
only
become
competition, though.
Gyökeres'
Gyökeres is
lawyer, bro.
winning in other competitions.
You should
Yeah.
actually become Gyökeres' lawyer, bro. Forget coaching, become his lawyer, bro. Be on his defense team. Honestly,
I'll take it.
at this point.
He wasn't shit, so yeah.
Scotty 1411 says that
Yeah.
was best 45 minutes were played because there was no time wasting this time.
Yeah. He also said only big teams can win the Champions League, and that's very true. Only the big
Yeah.
teams can
Imagine
win
the
the
guys
Champions
from
League.
United.
Bro, if you face PSG in the final, even if you face Bayern in the final, like, bro, it's long.
Not fine. I
Even
just want to
this-
burn
It's
Barcelona,
long,
bro. In the semis.
Bro,
No, I mean, yeah,
even
they
if
can
he
run
first this
around.
Real Madrid team with half the players out, bro. With this performance in a final, because Real Madrid players have that mentality with a half team.
Bro, you've
Win.
been harping about Bellingham the whole time being better than Pedri. What did he do last year in the quarterfinal against
Bro,
us?
he won a
They didn't
Champions
even have
League in his
Bellingham
first
here.
season.
No one did
He
anything.
won
No one
a
did
treble in
anything.
his first
Why make
season,
them out?
bro. Yeah,
No,
in
no,
his
I
first
think that's a good
season,
point.
he won a treble, bro. At 20 years old, to win a treble, he won the Champions League. He won La Liga. He dunked on Barcelona twice. He showed up in
Alright,
all
so you
Champions
can't
League
defend
games,
the
bro.
Community Shield, though. Yeah, like, I know you want a double.
He won a
You want
Copa
double.
da Espanha. Okay, even if it's a double, bro, still at the age of 20, coming into
No, that
a
first
new
season he was
league,
very good.
No
The
one's
first
saying
season.
he's not good.
But
my
people
point-
need to move on from that first season. Like,
My
I know
point-
we're not talking
even
about
in his
Bellingham too much.
second season,
Yeah.
even last
I'm
season,
trying to talk about Madrid. My
he was
point
really
is
good.
they don't even have him now. So what makes you think they would beat us? And they don't have Mbappe.
I mean, they've just smoked the City side.
They
They
just
smoked the
smoked
City side
City,
3-0
bro,
and then 2-1.
over
And then
two
you
legs.
couldn't even touch City, bro. You couldn't even lay really a glove on them. And I don't think that's because your players aren't good. I think your players are good. This is your
It's the
manager
mentality,
again.
bro.
This is your manager
That's
again.
why I'm telling
you
you,
know?
the manager, any manager would love to have a player like Declan Rice. Any manager would love to have your centre back duo. Any manager would love to actually have a clinical striker like Gyökeres, because you can see when he does get fed, he can finish. He's done it. Saka also, I think I'll probably not utilizing Saka. I think the coaching on Saka should be needs to be investigated, because Saka has been the same player for the past 3 years now. I don't know he would have been able to.
He hasn't been.
Oh,
You know, as this all starts slumping, he's rage quit the game.
oh,
Listen. Are you mimicking Reece James?
oh. Miguel,
Is that you?
Miguel, I'm running from the grind. Miguel,
I hope Liverpool
oh, give me
wants that.
300k.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
starter
good.
boy. Oh.
Let's see what some of the other comments I think.
El Kun
Well
says
played,
Eid
Man City,
Mubarak
last
and
cap would
Arsenal
be-
are shit.
That's it, brother.
Yeah, honestly,
Eid
skip
Mubarak
over that
to
one.
you.
They don't have to talk. Don't beat a man while he's down, man. That's well played,
Wow,
Man City.
Bro,
Ask
bro,
Pep,
listen.
would he like the Carabao Cup or the Premier League? I think anyone would say the
Well, he's
Premier
going to
League.
get both.
But
So
as
what's
I
it?
said,
Lone Wolf, what
this-
does it matter? He's going to win both.
The Carabao
So,
Cup
what
is
does it
still a
matter?
major trophy, and it's a psychological battle because it was between City and Arsenal. Like I said, winning the trophy for Man City has now opened a door of doubt in the camp of Arsenal.
I don't think so.
Some people will still be very, but some people did say there's going to be a quadruple. So I'm not going to take some people.
Listen,
I'm
I even
What?
told the world
I'm
before
not
we,
finishes.
I told the world before we got on here. There's one negative Arsenal fan, one of the most pessimistic Arsenal fans I've seen on Twitter. Okay, that I talk to, but the same guy goes on to like tweet out and say, "What is exactly?
Or he said,
Keep your chins up or
yeah,
something
keep the
like
chins
that
up.
effect. We go again. It's still in our hands. That type of thing, bro. Imagine if a pessimist fan of Arsenal can go in and say that, bro. Why me as an optimistic fan go and deflate my club? And on a real note, though, if this was the only competition we were on, okay, listen, if this was the only competition we were in and we lost, fair enough, that would be the end of me. But since we in every other competition and we are leading by 9 points, even though City got the game in hand, I think it's all right. It's not the end of the world.
Well, you're not winning FA Cup, right? Let's run through it, right? You're not winning FA Cup. Let's
That's
just
the thing, you
understand
don't
that.
know. You
Because
can- we can all say that
in a
it's
one-off
like
game,
basically
in a
you-
one-off game against Liverpool, you've proven this year that you cannot get over the line, even with your best team, right? That's the first thing. Against Man City, you've proven again that you can't do that. You drew at the Emirates, you've lost today, right? Then in the Champions League, do you think, like genuinely, Mac, let's be respectful here. Respect me, I'll respect you, right? Do you think in a one-off game against PSG and Bayern Munich, do you genuinely come out with a win there?
I'm telling you, you can do it. A one game doesn't
Okay, so you're
define
sick. You're sick. So you're sick. So
Hey,
you're
let me
sick.
finish, man,
Because that-
hey, bro.
if you
I
Man
said
City are
bro.
not good,
No, he
and
shoved
if
his
they're
leg.
not good,
Wait, the same way,
PSG
the same way
Bayern will
you
kill you,
ice
bro.
wait. Listen, the
I
same
said
way
he was
I said
tapped the other day.
you can't go in and say, now you owe me this, now you owe me that, now you owe
Let's take
Bro,
it one
no,
step
because
back.
you've proven.
Let's say
If you
why.
won the Carabao
Let's say
Cup, I'd be
why.
like, oh, you've got the sort of like the people in. Let's say you play Man City in the FA Cup final now, or Liverpool in the FA Cup final, and you've won the Carabao Cup. Then if they're thinking, oh, this Arsenal team aren't bottlers. They have got over the line. They have won this. They have won that. It gets in people's. Now it's like, oh well, 6 years later, nothing has changed. You go to a final, you bottle it every single time, right? Arteta doesn't know what he's doing, even when he has much better players at his disposal. You know.
Yeah, but it's literally not the end of the world, bro. It's not, I'm not going to lose sleep over losing this. If I'm winning the Premier League at the end of the season,
That's
I'm
fine.
happy for it. Bro, imagine, I'm happy. Bro. You think I'm going to think about losing a Carabao Cup against City?
Well, when you
If
lose
it's
the
FA
FA
Cup,
Cup,
it's a
when you
different
lose the
story,
Champions
bro.
League, when you lose the Champions League and the FA Cup, you'll look back at this and be like, shoot, man, in totality, I've lost the Carabao Cup, I've lost the FA
Obviously.
Cup, I've lost the Champions League. If I won that first Carabao Cup, would things be different? Yeah,
But
probably they would.
No, I don't think that defines the whole season. Yo. Those two cups are still, I wouldn't say far away, but it's not a direct translation of what happened today. So
Okay,
I'm
bro.
not too worried.
I think the main thing that I think Hamza, myself, and Uzi are trying to make you probably understand, Mac, is the fact that Arteta is still. Why is he so scared? Is it the fact that it's that pressure of winning that first trophy again, which I do think you all will achieve now in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
But like these competitions,
I mean-
these games, because I've said it how long ago when it came to Big Six games, bar Spurs, when the games were taken to you in the league, you couldn't get over the line. Oh, the ones that you did get over the line, like Man United in the first game, you were lucky to. So when it comes to having those pressure games, Arsenal haven't really proven it this season.
Yeah, I understand that. It's valid point. But my point is, it's not something I'm going to lose sleep over. It's not a direct translation of me. Basically, yeah, it's not a direct translation of me losing sleep over. I'm not even that fast.
But let's forget about the league, because like I said, there's 20 teams in the league. You just have to make sure you outperform 14 out of them. Because like I said, the 6 teams, the main 6, you all haven't really done that. But 14 still, you all will manage to get the job done over them. So Champions League, like what are your confidence levels now after today for the Champions League?
Bro, the Leverkusen game just showed. I know Leverkusen's a step below us, but that second leg just shows we can play football. It's just the time and place when we need to do it. Today wasn't good enough, fair enough. But I think we're good enough in Europe to go and do it. Clearly, with the amount of goals we scored and the way we played.
You just caught life. You're on the right side of the bracket. I think the biggest feather in your cap this year will be that you'll probably get past Barcelona. But you play PSG or you play Bayern, especially PSG, bro. Like, you are going to get absolutely demolished. Like, absolutely demolished.
That right inside bracket. It's about time we get easy teams. Bro, this is the first year in almost every competition where we got easy teams. Every other time we're getting Bayern or someone or the other. So let us enjoy it now. Let us get there somehow. Bro, I'm not crying losing to Everton 3-0, okay? I'm all right.
Oh, deflecting.
Listen, you can enjoy the top 4 fight. Once upon a time I was there. I know
Ain't even a fight.
I was there. You enjoy that. But for now, I'm all good, bro. It's not hurting that bad.
Kelsey MCFC says, stay humble, eh? Arsenal, where's the quad? Question mark.
Listen, we've ran through 25 minutes of this.
Yeah.
It's time to pack it, bro.
But yeah, we don't know says here.
So let me just get through Jack's video.
Okay,
Just Jack's video. I see it says, yo, love City. Mac definitely cares. He's spamming City here. He can't wait for Arteta out. For real, bro, the bottle jobs. Bros are...
Listen, if someone goes and says Arteta out now, they can pack it up also for being a fan. No way you say
I mean, bro, you
out.
get ahead of it.
Guys,
If you get rid of Arteta, bring in like a, I don't know, like a Pellegrini, right? He's proven he can get over the line in competitions. Bring him in, win the rest of the competitions, close everything out. He's won Premier Leagues, he's won FA Cups. He's even got five Champions. Maybe bring him in to close everything out. Thanks, Arteta, right? And let's bring in a guy who can close out, because Arteta's proven he cannot close, right? He can do all the foreplay, but can he close? No.
If Arteta, I'm being a Uzi now, okay? If Arteta does that with the Premier League, what are your comments going to be?
Say that again, sorry.
I said I'm doing a Uzi. If Arteta wins the Premier League, what are your comments going to be?
My comments, if Arsenal win the Premier League and nothing else.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see when we get there, because that is probably the reality of the world that we live in.
Okay, exactly.
Okay.
You know how I feel now about the treble.
So,
the treble is still on, to be fair.
No, but Hamza, realistically, this is the reason why I say this every time. I know we can do it, but just take one game at a time. I'm not putting.
Bro, how do you know that you can do it when you've never done it? That's what I don't understand. We say, I know we can do it. You've never done it. You've never done it.
It's just
right?
that,
So
bro,
how do you know
just
we
that
can do
feeling.
it? She's just theorizing, bro. You're just
But that's
living
the
in
point.
Google
I
land.
think a lot of us that we don't
I get that.
we don't get triggered. We don't get. It's like, but you do spark something in us, right? That makes us think. It's like, imagine like Oscar Pistorius thinking he could do a 10-kilometer without his assistants.
Yeah.
It's like that, bro. Like, you know, it could be that if he crawls all the way, but it's never been that. So how do you know?
I don't, but for the power of Allah, anything is possible.
True. But the ratio in this life is against you now. So the power of Allah, anything is possible.
That's true. Like I'm just saying, end of the season, we will see. If we don't even win, it's not the end of the world again. As long as we secure.
Mark, what? I know you believe you're going to win the treble, right? But what happens if you actually don't win anything? What happens if this is the thing that like broke the camel's back, right? Mentally, the weakness just comes to the fore. What happens then? I know you don't believe it's going to happen, which is fine. But what happens at that point if you go home with nothing?
Bro, I'm going to Tanzania or something. Kicking down from South Africa. That would be depressing.
I can't see that reality though, but if it does exist,
that would be depressing.
Sure.
Would that be the all-time bottle of the century? Or all-time bottle in football history?
I'll admit that would be. That would be unacceptable.
Right now, they are entering the same territory as Manchester United back in 2012, where it was a 9-point gap within the last 8 games. So I think you're still probably able to beat a goal difference, but don't go down to goal difference. But City, like I said, it's 9. Yeah, they win the game in hand, it's 6. They win you all, it's 3.
Also, the reason why I've been saying this is it's 9 points. It's happened before in that 22-23 season, where it was almost around the same time where we collapsed. The difference is this time, if you look at the games when we played that time compared to this time, it's a massive difference. So remember, City have to go to Bournemouth. They have to go to Everton. They have to go to, Aston Villa has to come to them. There's a whole stock of fixtures where they would find it hard. But with us, we're playing at home most of our hard matches, apart from City. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm more confident of us doing the job at home. If we had to play some of those teams, take Newcastle, I think Fulham, who's the other teams?
At home.
Yeah, if we had to play them away, it would have been a whole different ball game, bro. Honestly. But the fact that we have to go and do it at home, I think we'll get over the line.
I do think it's a new script for you all, though. Like a lot of your bogey teams, you'll actually have gotten over the line with them. And
Yeah.
I think the teams
Have a new
that
boat
they
teams
expect-
come up, I guess.
And now the new bogey teams are coming, like Wolves. I mean,
In the past, Wolves has been a bogey team for us also.
is it?
Yeah, they have. So
Didn't they lose them at the start of the season?
No. But I'm just saying, it's not the end of the world, bro.
Yeah, they true.
We drew. That's not what I'm saying. That draw hurt more than this game because I actually felt we were going to lose the league. The league means more than a flipping Carabao Cup to me.
Nah, bro, but
No,
the trophies are
yeah, but that's not
okay.
the question, though. That's not the question,
Yeah.
bro. Obviously, we know the Premier League and Champions League is more important, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
we all know that.
I
But
thought
the whole
I
point
would
we're trying
be
to make is
depressed.
that-
I would be, but I'll be heavily depressed, bro.
Are you annoyed that Rye didn't play? Are you annoyed that Rye didn't start?
There's always a call for your best team to start. If he plays, he does save those. But I was also on the Arteta thing where you start Kepa. But then listening, if I had the information, surely Arteta had the information. If I did the research, like how Nawaz said, the last two finals before this, what has happened and what's occurred. Like if I remembered all of that, I would have started Raya.
And now he's cursed, bro. Like, don't
Yeah,
ever play
bro.
this guy in a Carabao Cup final again.
100% I can tell you, when Arsenal get past Southampton in the FA Cup, okay, Kepa is not seeing the pitch again after that.
Bro, you better hope you get Chelsea in the next round. You better hope, because I think against the other teams, bro, you
Bro,
are
that's like the
finished, bro.
easiest test available for us.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think-
that's what I
don't think
mean.
Chelsea-
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like you better hope that you get Chelsea because you play Liverpool, you play City, bro. I'm sorry. FA Cup run finished.
Oh,
Absolutely
actually
finished.
Liverpool. Shit, bro.
Bro,
No, but I'm
absolutely.
telling you, that
No,
is Kepa's
you know what I'm
on
respecting?
blocking.
I respect the fact that Arsenal play you lot and just turn into mush. They play Man City, they turn into mush. You know? Because the past equals the future, bro. The past equals the future. But Arsenal, they can't believe that.
Like I said, if we win the league, it doesn't matter. That's the main competition. That's your bread and butter where you should be going for.
And I guess okay, now I'm talking very much into the future now. It'll be interesting to see how Arsenal play next season when the expectation anymore isn't to be can they do it, and it's like okay they've done it. What now? Because Arsenal, to be fair, 4 years in a row consistently challenging in the league within the top 2 spots. Like I speaking from my Liverpool fan experience, you can't. That's not sustainable. There'll be a moment now where you do drop off. So next season, is there going to be an opportunity for another team to challenge? If City is still in transition, if Liverpool are a mess, Arsenal, I am predicting them to drop off a lot next season if they win the league. Like someone can potentially win this league next season, and it's not going to be them 3. And I don't know who that could be.
I'm on the one also. I'm also, as an Arsenal fan, I also want to know what type of football are we gonna play next season. I know it hasn't been the best, and I've said it, but surely
Whatever
there has
the new
to
manager
be...
wants to play.
Look at this guy. No, but I obviously want to see a change now. Can we play that expansive football and go and win it?
That would be the only reason why I'll probably
Yeah.
compete again next season. It's like, okay, I got the job done this season. Can this guy play
And
a bit more
the
freedom
thing
now?
is, he's not on, like, Arteta knows we can actually play football. He did it in that 22-23 season. Like, we were one of the most exciting teams to watch. But after that, bro.
But you know who spearheaded that attack? Man like Gabriel Jesus.
Jesus.
And he was the one that kicked it down for us too. Gabriel Jesus, the shit on.
Oh my
Shit.
god. I could see.
Oh,
Bro, Mohammed Mukadam says, yeah, Mac, what about the Champions Leagues? Y'all haven't won anything in Europe ever. Y'all don't have any European pedigree.
yeah, with that, I told you, if I have to choose between the two, the Premier League is the bread and butter.
Jobus, we see you, Jobus.
So, whatever happens, happens. Again, if we lose in the semi-final, we lose. If we lose in the final, we lose. But I still believe we'll have enough in us to try and get over the line. And I know you'll ask me, but it's just a gut feeling. Bro. I just go with my gut at the end of the day. Whatever happens, when I'm coaching also at the same time, I go with my gut. I don't care what anyone is saying. I just go with my gut.
So Arteta went with his gut today and it cost him.
And it didn't work. It's one of
It
those
worked.
things.
It
That's
definitely
football.
did.
You learn from your mistakes.
Clearly not
Yeah,
Arteta.
but that's
Well, he
the owners
hasn't,
and the
bro.
sport director's fault. It's the owners and the sport director's fault. Like, why have they put him in charge? You know, that it comes down to that.
think
So I don't blame
that's
Arteta.
in charge. I think he needs to not even deep dive. He just needs to have more courage.
Courage, yeah, that's
Courage
the
is the
word.
word. Just have more courage.
Yeah.
Because your team is good enough. It's not like you flip and have a Burnley team that play at the
It's all,
bottom.
yeah,
as
but he's
fighting
tactically
survival.
flawed. What you've just said in 22-23, right? I know you've added a couple of players, especially Declan Rice, right? You played very expansive football and you lost the league, right? But you had top players. Like maybe you didn't have Declan Rice, and I know Grant Xhaka isn't as good as him, but it's not like Grant Xhaka was terrible that year. He was really good that year, right? So maybe it's just the fact that Arteta is tactically
Hold on.
inept and cannot get over the line.
Hold on.
So you're saying how can he win? He can't win with defensive play and he can't win with attacking play. So maybe he just can't win. Maybe have you ever thought about that? Maybe you just can't win. It's not
No,
courage.
but
It's just
that's
him.
not true though. It's not true though. It's just football, bro. It happens. These are certain
Yes,
It's
mistakes.
just
yes,
football.
we can talk
You know
about
what we
it.
say when they talk about philosophy, when they talk about religion, bro, you've lost it. It's just football.
It's not even an Arteta thing, bro. It's a Spanish thing in general.
Chelsea fans
Like-
makes sense.
Spanish coaches, sometimes I really wonder what goes in their mind. Like, look at Pep, for instance. What was he thinking when they played Madrid in their first leg? He wanted to be mighty Pep and try and do some ridiculous shit. Then you look at, I know Iriola is coaching Bournemouth, okay? Bournemouth. But this guy was playing so well with Bournemouth, like kicking on last season. And then he decides again to change it up. Why change a winning formula?
It's flawed
It's-
also.
Yeah, okay, that's a Dutch thing where they toothless like 10 hours. But anyways, what I'm saying is just a Spanish thing.
Yo, 10 out is a Carabao Cup, by the way. Just saying.
And an FA
He has
Cup.
a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup.
Congrats to them, bro.
But guys,
He's
listen, we can
what
talk
you're
about Arsenal the whole night. Then
How
maybe
many
we can get
trophies
back
has
to it.
Arteta
Why
won?
not?
last
Why
season?
can't we speak about them all night?
Should we just talk about what happened to the other clubs? Just to touch on it for clubs.
Yes, okay. Yes,
We can
okay.
get back.
Of course, of
Yes,
course,
yes,
of course. But Matt,
Let's
I mean,
move
let's do
on.
a closing statement. Just to close
I'm
off on the
not
Arsenal thing. Just to close on the Arsenal thing. I think this is a bigger deal than you think it is. I know you're very optimistic fan, but yeah, when it comes to June time, when we do a season review, you're gonna look back on the day and just think that is where we lost it all.
Bro, that's a bold statement to make. Why would I think? I told you, it doesn't do anything to me. It's not like we're going to go even worse than this.
So okay, let Hamza do his bold statements because all of us have our fair share of bold
Yeah.
statements in this virtual room.
It can't get worse than this.
It can. It can.
How can it get worse, bro? If you lose the other two competitions, listen. If you lose the other two competitions, you don't even win it, and you win the Premier League, is there something to be crying about? Is there?
There's always that.
so it's-
you know,
There'll
that's-
always be that
it's
thought,
hilarious the
bro.
way you look at
That
well,
could
look,
have
the way
been
you
more.
frame it in your head, the way you frame it in your mind is crazy.
Yeah.
The way you
Because
frame it in your
bro
mind
is
is
going
crazy,
from
but-
saying we're gonna win the quadruple to saying I'll take the Prem only. Bro
No,
is
I'm
going
not
from
saying I'll only take the Premier League. I'm just saying if that have to happen. I still believe we're strong enough to go all the way in all competitions, which is 3 now.
Okay, you sound like the manager, bro. You
But
don't
I'm
work for the
just
club,
saying,
mate.
if
Oh my
if
god.
those other two don't transcend in going and getting it, the Premier League is the one where we lock it off and it's finished, and I'm happy with it. That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Fair. Let's talk about Liverpool for a second because just so we can get it
Yeah.
out of the way. So Liverpool obviously lost to Brighton. And when I said let's start off with Liverpool because there isn't that much really to talk about other than the fact that I think Arne Slot probably lost even his biggest supporters over the weekend. The fact that the guy got outrun now for the 27th time out of 31 Premier League games, that's not the Liverpool identity. Especially you talk about the Liverpool of now that's come off 9 to 10 years of Jurgen Klopp influence. You don't often find Liverpool FC getting outrun by the opposition. So not only are Liverpool not able to create chances or defend the opposition, we're getting outrun. Forget outperformed, we're getting outrun and outworked. Now Slot, I don't know why. I don't know what more the owners need to see. The fact that maybe he only has 1 year left, you still wait it out. You see whether or not he can maybe win an FA Cup. And then there are 2 trophies, Premier League and FA Cup. You would have taken that. You would have taken that if you're a Liverpool owner. But now I don't know. I think this guy has shown that he doesn't have the tactical know-how because obviously he had a game plan for 2-2 Ekitike Gakpo. Ekitike gets injured after 5 minutes, and then now this guy brings on Curtis Jones when he still had Chiesa or Jurgen Gamora. So that shows me that this guy last season was going off the Jurgen Klopp influence, and now that has died down.
That just goes on Hamza's statement. I don't think Arteta is tactically inept. It's this guy of Slot, bro. Not sure, bro. Slot. he is clearly showing that.
I say fuck people.
There's clearly a lack of identity. Every Liverpool fan is complaining. There's no identity within them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Premier League and top four. That's basically what you've done in 2 seasons. What is wrong with that? I think the thing is with Liverpool fans, I think you misunderstand who you are, right? Like I said, you had 15 or it must be like 20 managers in your whole history, right? And I come from a club where you have like 20 managers a season. You know what I mean? At this point, right? Premier League and top four. It's all the way you Liverpool fans talk. It's almost like you're wanting him to fail so you can say Slot out. Right? It's like every single game is Slot out. It's not what's going wrong with the game, what's going wrong with the team. It's Slot out, Slot out, Slot out, Slot out, Slot out, right? I think it's for me, Liverpool fans, that's unacceptable. It's like you want him to fail so you can say that. That's your only justification for anything, right? The fact that McAllister is turning like a bloody old man at the age of 25, that's not a problem. The fact that Szoboszlai doesn't know what he's doing in midfield, that's not a problem because he's been good all season, right? That's not a problem. It's all Slot's fault, right? I know Slot's the manager, but you can't just put everything on him. You know, everything that you put on him, it is everything. Basically, he's a Liverpool fan. He's not a Chelsea fan, right? He's not even I can't even think of other teams, bro. He's a Liverpool fan. They won the Premier League. They're going to finish in the top four. You want the managers to go out.
But we are in contention for being the worst champions the Premier League has ever seen. After spending 450 million.
We finished 10th, bro. We finished 10th.
Yeah, you're the only reason we probably won't be the worst. You're the only reason. Otherwise, we would have been the worst.
It's not even like where they're finishing on the table. No, but it's not even about where they're finishing on the table. It's the way they're playing. That's the way we play.
You can lose 10 games. That's fine. Every team loses, right? Liverpool lost 9 games in a campaign where we finished 4th. That was fine because at the end of the day, we still played the way we wanted to play, the Jurgen Klopp way, and teams got, they were winning us. It was that season where I think we lost about 6 games in a row at Anfield, right? So those moments can happen. But as long as you go out fighting and go out the way you identify yourself as, Slot has now completely thrown away the identity that was given to him, which he tweaked up a bit last season, fair enough, but now he's completely did a 180, and now he's doing his own thing, which is still, you are 31 games into the Premier League season and you're still experimenting with formations.
He's transitioning into his own team. He's obviously transitioning more into his own team. This is why I don't get about
an entire season, entire 2 seasons.
Second league. Yeah, but I mean, obviously you lost players, right? He's struggled, right? But my point is he deserves time because he won you the league and you're Liverpool Football Club. You're not a team that gets rid of managers like every 2 seconds, right? I understand the running side doesn't look good, right? But everything is being put on the manager when it's not all the manager's fault. It's not all the manager's fault. But the way Liverpool fans talk is like they want it to be his fault. They absolve all the players of any responsibility, right? And they want to put it on the manager, right? Which I think for a Liverpool fan is embarrassing. Like if it's a Chelsea fan, it's what Chelsea fans do. But if it's for Liverpool, it's embarrassing. You won the league last year. You're going to finish in the Champions League this year. Like you got to give this guy time because he's earned the time. You can say it's Klopp's system, it's Klopp, whatever, right? And also, who are you going to replace him with? Xabi Alonso, his first job where it was a proper job in a proper league, he failed, right? Just because he did well in Germany, does that mean he's going to do well at Liverpool just because he was an ex-legend, right? Come on. Like, who are you actually going to replace him with? Tell me somebody who's going to replace him and win you a Premier League in the first season just like Slot.
Ideally, I would have loved to have Luis Enrique next season. I don't know how likely that is, though. But I would say him first before Alonso, by the way. I would rather have Luis Enrique than Alonso. And the reason for that, again, goes back to the fact that you can tell someone how those 2 managers play. You can't tell someone, you can't describe them the way Arne Slot plays. Like I said, Hamza, it's the way we play. It's not the fact that we've been losing games. That too, for sure. But we're losing games because of the way we play. And the man's man management is almost night and day compared to Jurgen Klopp. Like even you talk about the Gakpo criticism. Liverpool fans have been on Gakpo's case and McAllister's case. We've been on them. Don't worry. Ibrahim Konate, we've been on him. We've been on these players. The ones that are deserving of criticism, we do call them out as well. But then Gakpo, for example, everyone can see it, including the pundits. And then this guy still persists and plays him. I know Rio Gamoa is his only competition, who's a 17-year-old kid, but you can afford to rotate him more than he has right now. I know some people also think that Ibrahim Konate deserves to stay unfortunately, here's where I give Slot some grace. Here's where I give him grace. He signed Leone, right? Who was meant to be this rotational centre back that can come in and out of the team. He's been injured the entire season now. So that give him grace there. He signed a £150 million superstar, which has not even had the opportunity to really utilize. I'll give him grace for that as well. Isak. He signed Mamadashvili, who's also only recently been coming into form, coming into fitness. He signed Milos Kerkez, who's also only recently becoming into fitness. He signed Frimpong, who's only recently becoming into fitness. So the 450, 500 million, I give him grace for the fact that he never even really have a full season to have all of his best signings at the same time. I'll give him grace for that. But the players you still have are the players you won the league with last season. You're not meant to be capitulating the way you have.
Yeah, I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair to. I understand why you compare him to Klopp because he was your last manager, but it's unfair. My whole thing with Slot is like he's different because I get it. He doesn't understand the people. He doesn't talk the way the Klopp does. He's not as charismatic, right? So all these off the field stuff, right, and all the things that are intangible, right? He doesn't win those. My whole thing is like Liverpool fans need to stop saying Slot out because it's like you're searching to say that. Like it's like you want to say it, right? You want to get him out, right? When at the end of the day, he's earned the time. He's earned really, based on your history in the last 30, 40 years, at least 2 years to do whatever the hell he wants, right? Before you can even think of getting rid of him. It's not like you're finishing 8th or 9th, right? I understand it's inconsistent. It's like you win a big game, you lose a game. You win a big game, then you lose a game. You win a big game, then you lose a game, which is annoying in the season, right? But think of it big picture, because that's what Liverpool is. Liverpool is a big picture team. I think you got to give the man time. You have to give the man time. Okay. I understand Enrique is the best manager in the world. So of course you want Enrique, right? But football doesn't work like that. You can't and it's more about the culture of Liverpool. That's why I just don't like the way that Liverpool fans are searching to say Slot out. That's what I feel.
Okay, question for you. Why would it be deemed an unsuccessful season for Slot? One that would drive you, if you were a Liverpool fan, to call out. Would you have never ever called Slot out?
If he misses out on Europe and gets embarrassed by... Yeah, if he misses out on Europe, I was gonna say if he gets embarrassed by Man City, right? Because I think PSG, that's like they're not as good as PSG. It's not their fault, right? If they get knocked out to PSG, like if they get past that bonus, they're not gonna win the Champions League. If they don't, it's nothing. As long as they don't get out of Europe, I would say that is fine.
So Europe meaning Conference League also,
including Conference League, yeah.
So what position would guarantee you Conference League 8th?
I believe 8. No, 7th.
But City won the Carabao Cup, and it will be another team in the top 4 that win the FA Cup.
So 8 then.
Oh. Yeah. 8.
So I mean, you look at Liverpool. Liverpool right now is sitting 5th, right? Everton was sitting in 7th, only 3 points behind us. So Hamza, like I know you,
and Brentford in 6 or something.
And Brentford, yeah, and they only 4 points behind us, right? So at the end of the day, right, we are looking a bit forward based on the results that we've been getting, and we are predicting that there is a possibility we do finish outside of Europe. Right now, the reality is we are going to be playing Champions League football because we are 5th, right?
Yeah.
But that can easily change tomorrow. In a game week, Liverpool can easily drop to 7th. It can happen just like that, and we can't say that it hasn't been coming. We can't say, oh, how did that happen? Because we've been calling it out since game week 7.
And it's not like they have the easiest games also at the same time. So it's a big possibility.
We still versus Villa, Man United. Who else? We versus Chelsea already, no?
You have to play Chelsea.
No, you play Chelsea.
And Everton.
Everton is the big one.
We're versing 4 out of our top 5 challenges. We're versing 4 of them. And I think we still have to verse.
Yeah, but you're not using... I understand that. It's a tough run-in. But I mean, like, I believe... I don't know. You'll probably still get Europe, right? Whatever Europe that is, right? And I understand it could be better. I'm not telling you that it can't be better. My whole thing is that he deserves more time because he's earned it based on your history, right? And Liverpool fans should stop trying to get him out by going Slot. Like, they're searching for that to be the answer, right? You think that a manager's going to come in and do better. He might do marginally better, right? But you've lost Salah, who was basically the best player, one of the best players in the world last year. You've completely lost that. The 120 million striker that you bought, 130 million, is completely injured and has never been able to be useful. Ekitike was not bought to be the number 1 striker right now to lead Liverpool back to the league title. He just wasn't, right? Your Leone guy, I mean, he's 18. Even though he got injured, he's 18, right? So like, there's been loads of things that haven't worked in his favor. Yes, he could have done better. I'm not denying that. He could have done better. He should be performing better. Should be getting more out of this team. But you're absolving a lot of these players, and also you should get behind the manager. That's what I think with Liverpool fans is that you're the team that gets behind the manager. I understand he doesn't help himself. I understand that, but he's earned the right for you to back him.
It's not even the fans that are not inside. You can literally see it's the players also at the same time that are not inside. How many times has Nawaz pointed out Shabazz like doesn't even know what's going on at the club? How many times has he come out and like blatantly said it? He hasn't said it in a way that it would affect him, Slot, but you can clearly see even the players don't understand the identity the club has. When the players have that, how many times has your club, Chelsea?
Is that just the manager? But is that just the manager though?
No, but how many times has your club, Chelsea, sacked the manager? It could be the same thing with the Liverpool players. They know they're good enough, but they don't believe in the manager.
But you're talking about right here, right now, right? But I'm talking about like the 130-year history of Liverpool, right? You don't sack the guy who won you a league title. You know how big a league title is. You don't sack the guy if you're Liverpool Football Club. If you're Manchester United, you do not sack the guy who won you the league title just that season. Like, even if it finishes 18th or 19th, you do not sack him, you know? Because the 130-year history is more important than what happens in one season, you know?
That is important, but the type of football and the way they're going about it is the issue. It's not about them winning the title and coming. If Slot played gave it his all basically, and had his tactics on point, got the right players in at the right time, not spending 400 million on, I don't even want to say bad players, but he spends it on good players, but not in the right aspects. Like, look at Frimpong, bro. The other game we seen Szoboszlai play right back and he play right wing. The guy was clearly signed for 50 million or 45 million to play right back. How are you doing something like that? Gakpo, his hand is half broken, but he's playing over Rio. And clearly Rio has been on form recently. Give the lad a chance. Why leave him on the bench? I know he's young, he's 17, but let him go. Maybe he can do something. Certain decisions like that affect games. So you as the coach, you need to decide what you're going to do. And up till now, what are we in? March. We are in March. 22nd of March. He still doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what formation, doesn't know what players. He just knows he won the Premier League last season, so I'm good. That's all.
Now, either it was the sporting directors, right, that made the signings on his behalf. Or, I don't know what it is.
And Wirtz. That was the other guy, Wirtz.
Yeah, Wirtz.
He hasn't been that bad, though, to be honest.
Wirtz, we've actually been getting...
He's grown into the season.
He's getting there. But I want to know who made the decisions to get all of the players, because... Like he said, also there's a different model at the club. So he did mention that in his last press conference. He said in England, a lot of people like to talk about how much you spend to bring in. No one really likes to talk about how much you spend, to let go. So he let go of over 300 million pounds worth of players, and then he brought in 500 million.
Again, whose fault is that? It's him. Why let go of players?
So this is the question I'm asking now. Is it him? Is it the sporting directors? I want to know who exactly at Liverpool we can actually point fingers towards, because
it's both at the end of the day.
Only a bit of both. It's PSR in it. This whole PSR thing's weird.
No, but they didn't even spend anything last season.
Yeah, Liverpool are well within the green for PSR. So Liverpool, that's why we spend so much actually.
It creeps up on you, innit? Like, you spent 500 mil, like, it creeps up on you. This whole PSR thing.
Technically 200 only, because like you said, if you have to talk about net, which in PSR you have to.
Yeah.
I think they basically didn't do their planning properly. They sold important players, but
the only important player we sold was Diaz.
Yeah, but still, he's still important to your attack, bro. Did he always think he's
and Trent? What are you talking about?
Yeah, and Trent was late.
But did we want to sell Trent, or did Trent left, bro?
On a free, bro.
Yeah, you got 10 mil for him. That counts as you sold him.
Yeah, but we didn't want to get rid of him, though, did we?
That guy was learning.
I mean, David's funny. If you gave him his dough, bro, maybe he would have stayed. But
I don't think it was never about the contract. It was never. You wanted to leave.
It was never about the contract, was it? All right,
bro.
You wanted to leave, man.
Bro wanted his best friend Bellingham, bro.
You think if he gave him 300k, bro, you'd want to leave? I don't think he'd want to leave if he saw 300k on the table, would he?
No, I'm pretty sure he wanted to win the Ballon d'Or, and Madrid was the only place he was going to get that.
He thought he was going to go to Madrid, win the Champions League, win the La Liga, win everything.
He might as well win the
Champions League.
He might. But he's not
Real Madrid is a club known for the Champions League.
He needs to prove himself.
Defensively, he's still poor.
But yes, just say though. First 8 minutes yesterday, though, like I know we're talking about big picture, but first 8 minutes yesterday, you lot were shocking, bro. I don't know what the hell was going on. So bad.
Exactly.
So
whole
bad.
game, bro. Whole game, but like you see, that's one
That's the
game.
point.
We've experienced this before.
Sure.
I can't say I'm
Danny
surprised.
Welbeck said in an interview that he's helping United get top 4 by beating them.
He must shut his mouth. Man.
Yeah. No
Then you're
score.
back in there.
Happy. My G.
35-year-old.
He
But
should-
see, this is another embarrassing stat. Liverpool lost to a 35-year-old Welbeck, a 40-year-old Milner, a 35-year-old Pascal Gross, a 34-year-old Lewis Dunk. Are you telling me that this manager, Arne Slot, doesn't know a recipe that can win that Brighton team? Because, like you said, Hamza, headless chickens. It's not like you had an identity, you had a strategy, and you just got out.
Yeah, but do you think it's Slot's fault that McAllister's played like total dog shit all season? Do you think that's Slot's fault?
I think the physicality of McAllister, you can definitely criticize the player, but the positioning, the transitional play, that's the manager. The fact that the midfield don't know where to be is the manager. The fact that Cody Gakpo is playing at left wing, cutting inside, and there's no one to cross to because Ekitike and Gakpo both drop in deep and drift to the left. When Liverpool are in dangerous positions where you think, okay, now let's get this ball into the box, no one is there, and that's the manager. So I think Slot is definitely to blame, Hamza, for a lot of the players' bad form as well. Salah, you talk about Salah and how he was one of the best players last season. He nullified Salah this season by trying to occupy the striker positions of two Ekitike and Isak. Basically taking Salah away. And you can't,
So
you
that might
can't
be
allow-
sport directors thinking of transitioning away from Salah because they knew he was going to fall off, and he did. And he did. And bro, if you had Isak fit, scoring 20 goals in the Premier League this season, bro, the whole season looks so different. The whole season looks so different if you had Isak firing, right? Which is unfortunate that Mickey Van Bench decided to make his
I
life.
still think Slot gives the sign off. I think sporting directors come with their plans, their philosophies, or whatever.
Listen, I think if he stays,
you as the
I think
manager
if
gives
Slot
the sign off.
stays, I think if he stays and Isak is fit next year and he's fully raring to go, you're probably the favourites for the title. I'll go as far as saying that. I think you'll have a good transfer. If you have Isak and Slot, you win the title.
Football, I'll give him another year. If you can get Champions League football,
But you'll be saying Slot out after the first 4 games anyway. This is my thing about Liverpool fans.
Yeah,
I'll
back the manager. I'll back the manager if there's something to back. There's nothing to back here. What am I backing? Tell me what I'm backing. A guy that won the league last season. I don't know what I'm backing this season.
Like entitled. He sounds so entitled, bro. A guy who won the league last season, bro.
But listen, he
I won
deserves
to
to be in this
2017. This
position.
guy won to 2013, and this guy I don't think was alive for the last time you won it, bro.
What's
You know
that?
what I mean?
Yeah, but no,
He
that's
won
not.
the league
That's,
last season.
I'm looking at Liverpool
In
isolation.
2013, bro.
As a business,
I was
as a
alive,
business,
very
Liverpool
much.
in a position
We're
where
not you,
Liverpool should have had
Mark.
domination for the
I
next
wasn't
5
alive,
years.
bro.
For the next 5 years, Liverpool should have had
You
domination.
little
because
cutie in
of-
2010, bro. We know that. With
No,
the
but
fist.
this is the expectation the ones has of his team. They have such high caliber, they shouldn't be performing at this level. Especially
I-
since you won a Premier League title. And it goes to your history comment also. If you were so good in the past, which they were, they shouldn't be playing this type of football. You're not good enough. It's time to go.
Anyway.
It's different perspectives again. Like you said, you're a different fan. You have a different perspective. Us as fans, like we said also, if this guy understood the club, meaning in the press conferences, back the players instead of throwing them under the bus, backing the fans. But this guy tries to gaslight the fans, bro. By saying, he contradicts himself. He puts players under the bus. That part, at least get that part right, bro. Give us, like I told you, back the manager. What can we back? Give us something to back. He doesn't give us
There's no
anything to back.
evidence for that.
I think that's crazy, but fairs, bro. Fairs. I mean, we can move on to a manager who doesn't need
I
to
never
be
expected
back.
Liverpool segment to be that long, bro. Let's talk about the robbery here. Let's talk about the robbery.
Yeah. Absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful from PGMOL.
For what, bro?
Bro, the
This
Ahmad,
might be
bro,
another big-
like you were telling me earlier, bro, when the arms are extended at full length and you grabbing, that needs to be a
Okay, I
penalty.
agree. It's a penalty. When your hands extend,
That
it's
is
a
a
penalty.
robbery because then the Maguire one gets given, but the Ahmad one gets
But they're two different
doesn't get
situations,
given.
though. Two different situations.
Both
One
are
is a
still-
push, one is a pull.
both should be penalties in my opinion.
It's almost like you got
Maguire-
lucky for the
Maguire-
Cunha one. It's almost like you got lucky for the Cunha one at Crystal Palace. It's
You're
almost
like,
like
nah,
things
not
balance
doing
itself out.
But the Cunha one against Bournemouth was given. At least bro was getting tugged, went down.
But that was a penalty.
That wasn't even a
Right.
tug.
That was a shoulder, bro. It's like the guy was saying, go,
You don't see he grabs his shirt like this and pulls him back, bro.
The shirt didn't come out. So how do you know what? How is it clear and obvious that he pulled the shirt if the shirt didn't even come out?
Bro, if you look at the other angle, there's a shirt tug, bro.
Like the one says.
Yeah,
But anyway, it's like the referee's like, I can't give 2 penalties to the same team in one game. I want to make this about me, and he gave it to Bournemouth. But for me, the first half was a bit, Second half was a bit end to end. You know, there was chances at both ends. Amad Diallo, he missed a good chance in the first half that could have put us up 1-0. Don't know what he's doing there, honestly.
It's funny because someone in the
Don't
chat
know.
here said that that said that Ahmad was one of the best, is the best right wing in the Premier League. He didn't say it here, but he's told me in real life. He said Ahmad is one of the best, is the best right winger in the league. Right? He said this about 2 months ago. And ever since then, he's been cheeks.
Look, right? I don't know what happened, bro.
Against
At
Arsenal.
AFCON, he was good. At AFCON, he
It's
was
about the
good,
set
right?
pieces, bro. But he's captain. What was he doing?
Amad Diallo, ever since he tweeted about set pieces, right?
Yeah.
He has 0 goals and 0 assists.
Imagine what so ironic, bro.
This
Your own
is-
captain is trying to go for that assist record. On set
Bro,
pieces.
listen, you're right.
Phenomenal.
If you are worried about set pieces, why isn't Declan Rice up there?
I'm not
That's
talking
my
about
bad.
that now, bro. I'm talking about what he pointed out in our set pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Listen, right.
And wait, I have a point. I have something for you. How shameless was the Premier League to give the assist to Bruno Fernandes?
He didn't ever
I mean,
give it.
okay,
He got
ah.
choked off.
Didn't.
He got
Oh,
choked
But
off because of the own
he
goal.
gets the FPL assist, but it's not
Yeah.
a real assist.
Yeah,
That's
it was
lucky,
counted
bro.
as a Harry Maguire goal at first, and then it got really think there's an own goal. So yeah, space.
Even FPL might still count it, but it's not real.
nah, right.
Yeah.
He's still not getting the record.
I believe we should have started Benjamin Sesko that game because we needed aerial threat. Honestly, because we were flinging in balls throughout the first half. I don't know for who. For Mbumo, who is like 5'8", 5'9". He can't challenge a centre back. And Mbumo, ever since the Arsenal game, there's been a heavy drop off in performance. Very big drop off. Either we play him in his natural right wing position, or we should just bench him and put Amad Diallo there, because there needs to be words about Mbumo, because he cannot be playing as your out and out number 9 with performances like this. Matheus Cunha was absolutely lovely from this left wing position, creating chances, won the penalty, he had a couple pops here and there. Then Kobe Mainoo also had a brilliant game against Bournemouth. Casemiro, after the 70th minute, his legs is
One
gone.
game
Bro.
week.
Then you bring on Manuel Ugarte, and then everything just dies in the midfield. Because bro, I swear, as soon as he came on, misplaced 5 passes, gave away possession. to Bournemouth.
The norm.
People are saying, like, United 40-game season, delusional FC,
Yeah,
all that.
it's not delusion,
You're
bro.
too But a question. I guess Bruno does score his penalty. Also, it helps his campaign for player of the season. I want to ask the panel then, like, who competes with him? Do you think it is Bruno's? If the season has to end today, does Bruno win player of the year?
I think so.
Well,
Other than Erling Haaland, who's been bad in 2026. We're 3 months into the.
Well, not also on winning the league. It's not going to be Declan Rice either. So it's probably.
I've
gonna
actually
be...
changed my opinion on that. Declan Rice has been superb, but do you know why I think I should win it though?
Who?
Gabriel.
David Raya.
Ooh, unconventional.
If we live in a world where the player of the season is the goalkeeper, bro, it's not a world.
This is the
I
type
wanna live
of
in, bro.
people we'll be talking to.
Bro,
You
we've
don't
seen players
understand
win the player of the season without winning the league. So,
Bro, the
Bruno
only
Fernandes,
one who can win, the only one who can win a player of anything, individual award, the only keeper ever, right, is Manuel Neuer. That's it. That's the end of the list, right? Manuel Neuer, I'll let you have that. David Raya. If we live in a world where David Raya wins Premier League Player of the Year, bro,
Bro,
lock it
okay,
in, like,
give me
end it,
one
bro.
bad thing about
Finish.
this. One bad thing.
You
He's a
would
fucking
have
goalkeeper.
he's a good
Goalkeeper.
keeper.
Why the hell are we giving goalkeepers Player of the Year awards, bro? How shit is the league been? I'd rather give it Szoboszlai than David Raya. What are we talking about here?
That's the shit mentality from all these rival fans. Because someone
He's a
actually
goalkeeper,
deserves
bro.
to go in with it. Because he's a goalkeeper, you're looking down upon him.
He's a fucking
I don't
goalkeeper,
think he's
man.
ready now for it.
Nah.
I know
Yeah,
Yeah, and also he's not that great, but he's like a good goalkeeper.
Either Rice, Raya, or Saliba that wins it. I know this is Gabriel.
Oh,
but
shock.
I'm
Who do you support,
Nah,
by the way,
bro. Bro, have you seen the graphic? Have you seen the graphic between players chance created, and then you get Bruno Fernandes in his own world? And you want to talk about long balls, right?
man.
Wait, listen. You want to talk about long balls? Then why don't you criticize Trent's game? Because he's also just a spammer of long balls.
But he has precision in it. There's
Bro,
no
Bruno
precision
Fernandes
in
has
Bruno
precision as well.
The accuracy.
precision as
The
well,
guy
bro.
lands it on the guy's foot.
Bro
Bruno
has
just
most assists in the league for a reason, not just because he spams long balls, right?
No, but
He
that's
has
not the
6 from
issue,
open
though.
play. Fair.
Listen, there's other seasons where players have outperformed like the winning team who won the title, but that player hasn't won it. That's the point I'm trying to make to you.
Yeah, but we've seen
the season when Kante won his game for Chelsea. Sanchez had 24 or something goals and assists. Not even Sanchez. Hazard had one of his best outputs, and still Kante went and won it. So now you're telling me Bruno Fernandes is going to win it?
But Kante was more important for the team, arguably.
That's not the point I'm making, though.
Everybody
That's not the point I'm making. Eden Hazard had one of his best outputs at Chelsea. That season they won the league, having the best output. I'm going on your basis, and he still didn't win it.
But then we can go off that season when Luis Suarez won it, because he didn't win the league, and he had his best output. He won it. Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale for Spurs, and he won it.
Okay, fair enough. Ozil had 19 assists. You have 6. He has 16 at the moment. Ozil had 19. Did he win it?
Who won it? I don't even know.
Who won it? Yeah.
Jamie Vardy won it. Was it Jamie Vardy?
It was Mahrez, I think. Mahrez.
Yeah, because he won the league with Leicester.
Yeah.
But my point is, 19 assists. Bruno
no one's done anything in the league apart from Bruno, really.
Yeah.
Like, there's been one outstanding player. So it's not like we had like an outstanding player on the best team, right? If there was an outstanding player, like if Saka had got 15 goals and 12 assists by now, yeah, we would say Saka. You know what I mean? So it's not just all about winning. There's been no outstanding players for the best team, really. You know what I mean?
By the way,
like,
in all of Europe,
in
all of Europe, with our 40-game season, Bruno Fernandes is tied with the most GA out of any midfielder in the world.
Okay, again, I'm gonna make another point. The same thing you can say for Haaland, bro. He's been ghosting, but he got 21 or 22 goals this season and 9 assists.
Yeah, and Igor Thiago is hard on his ass, bro.
Igor Thiago doesn't count. He scored like flipping 10 penalties, bro.
Bro, goal is goal. Doesn't matter whether it's a penalty or set piece.
But it's the type of
he's still
way
going.
You go.
Because Haaland, you can say the same thing. He only scores tap-ins.
Bro, tap-ins are harder than penalties.
Bro, if the goal is open, you just do that. You're telling me it's harder to then one-on-one with the keeper. That's a whole mental game there.
Ask Gray that question in the last game they played.
No penalty is 100%, bro. A penalty is 50-50 majority of the time. No matter how good of a penalty specialist you are.
Nawaz, check for Echo, by the way. Apparently there's Echo.
I don't think we.
Yeah. I mean, did you think the Maguire one was a penalty? By the way, Ozzy, did you think that?
That was a Stonewall penalty, bro. Why is bro doing this, bro? Why is he trying to slap him like it's WWE and he got him against the turnbuckle and he's hitting him like this? I think he should have just let Lemons come out and try and block the 1v1 instead of trying to slap him, bro. Because anything, a shirt tug is going down. Any form of contact. Evan Nielsen is going. No matter how light the touch is, it will always be a dive, always be a penalty at that angle, bro. He was caught on the blind side.
Yeah.
And Lemons didn't have a bad game as well. He was having a really good game.
Maguire had that thought in his mind when the fridge gets cold. That was his cold moment.
Like, honestly, bro, Lemons has been a really good keeper for us this season. You can see with like the whole team, Onana, the confidence is up. When he's claiming a ball, when he's making saves. He pulled out a couple of good saves against Bournemouth as well. Pulled it out the top corner with a one shot. I can't remember who it was. Some close range saves. Other than that, yeah, bro. Other than a refereeing display that was atrocious, it was a decent game of football.
You know, Messi. It's just a funny thing that could be reality. You know, Messi won the Ballon d'Or after having only realistically a successful World Cup.
Yeah.
Right now, if Bruno, right, has this incredible Premier League season, wins Player of the Year, Portugal go on to win this World Cup, and it's because of Bruno Fernandes. There is a strong possibility Bruno Fernandes
He could be
wins
up
the
there.
Ballon d'Or.
It's a shout, but I don't think so because
not.
firstly, we finished the.
Why not? If Messi won it because of the World Cup, I'm saying if Bruno Fernandes
Well,
has
it's
won it,
Messi. It's Messi. It's Messi.
That's
It's
purely
Messi.
bro.
It's Messi. The PR is
Messi.
too high. That's why the PR
It's
is too
Messi.
high. The PR is too high on Messi
It's
for
Messi.
winning. Because Erling Haaland won treble plus one Player of the Year. He should have been higher.
Yeah, but Haaland, they showed, you know what's funny there? I love France football there for first showing us all 50 of Haaland's goals this season. Because not a
And then
single
he
one of
showed-
them Ballon d'Or winner. I was happy when they did that. He can win his Gerd Muller award, but he was never the best player in the world that year.
People disrespect the goal scorer, bro. He's a batsman. Like he's the
Oh, you can
epitome of
score a goal
batsman.
scorer. He's a goal scorer.
Koulibaly's not a
Lewandowski's a goal
batsman.
scorer. Karim Benzema is
Koulibaly's
a
not
goal
a
scorer.
batsman.
Haaland is
Haaland is a
definitely the-
batsman, bro. And now man are like trying to be like, oh, he scored 50 champions. That's his job. That's his job. He's good as goals. He should have won the Ballon
What is
d'Or. I
denying
was
that?
like,
No one's
that
denying
and the
that's
Van
his job. I
Dijk
think he's
one
not
is
the
just
best player.
robbery.
Ballon d'Or is for best
Yeah.
player. Not
The Van Dijk one
I'm
also.
low-key glad
Van Dijk
Van
should have
Dijk didn't
won
win that
that.
Ballon d'Or because I wouldn't hear the end of it. If Van Dijk won the
The
Ballon d'Or,
robbery
then,
there,
bro,
either
you
way.
would not
In
hear the end of
all
it.
honesty, he was probably the best player in the world when he won the Champions League. He should have won the Ballon d'Or in
It
2019.
was a robbery. Yeah, like you
Yeah,
said,
that
bro, the
was a
PR of
robbery.
Messi. No one can
The
really
PR
compete
is
with
too
that.
insane, bro.
How many assists do you think he's going to end of the season?
I think he'll
In all
probably
competitions.
match
No,
it.
Premier League.
It's the same thing.
Shit! Shit, man. Didn't even clock it. Shit.
This guy, bro. In all honesty, I think he either matches or breaks the record.
We have how many games? 8 left.
Do you think he's going to get 20?
No, it's
I
7,
think he
7.
can get four assists, 5 assists in the
It's
next
tough, bro.
7
I've
games.
been there before.
Yeah, just continue taking hope.
I've
Continue
been
taking hope. I think he'll get it. Because he's a cheap
Bro,
creator.
Casemiro from corners, bro. Cheat code.
Yeah.
Unks got
If Mbeumo actually
If Mbeumo
decides to
could
play football like a
finish,
proper
bro,
footballer, yeah.
he would have had 2
Great.
assists in that game. If Amad Diallo knew how to play football as well, he could have had an assist. In that game.
Yo, Ahmad Diallo's bro's cheeks, man. I don't believe
I don't know what
he's best player
happened
winning the league.
at AFCON. He was lovely, right? He was absolutely performing beautifully
Just
by Ivory
imagine.
Coast. He's come back in. I mean, shit. So we
Someone
need to
says
sort
Messi's best version was in 2019. I wouldn't say so.
Yeah.
There wasn't
It is
19.
true.
Oh,
No, it was
Was
true.
that in 91
If you do
goal
watch, if you
campaign
do watch
winner?
him play, I know you beat them 4-0, but when you actually do watch them play, he was flipping.
I know
like, he was.
yeah, they won the
he was
Champions League
silly,
and won the
bro.
treble.
No,
Yeah,
he
they won
was
the Champions League and
so
won the
silly,
treble.
man. He was actually silly. So Loki, actually, you're right. Van Dijk was not the best
It's
player.
up there.
He just won everything.
the 91 goal season. Bro.
He was definitely
The 91
second.
goals he was
Yeah,
best.
I take that
That's
back.
his most
Messi should have won that.
Mm. But yeah,
I mean,
that's
one more
all
doesn't
up
defend
for
that.
me.
I think Van Dijk did very well in the league. First of all, Liverpool getting 97 points, only losing by
Van Dijk's a centre back.
He won the
Messi
play.
is a forward, and he did some madness going forward, constantly, non-stop, every game.
Yeah, Van
every
Dijk
game,
did,
bro.
man. Defensively.
But Van Dijk
I'm not saying he was bad.
He was unplayable.
Yeah.
that season.
I
I'm
know,
saying
but
he
I'm
was
saying
bad.
like Van Dijk's season
I'm saying
was
Messi
like, it
going
wasn't
forward.
normal.
Going forward's obviously
It wasn't
better
a
harder
good
than going
defensive
back.
season.
And one of Messi's
But Van Dijk
prime
never
is
had a
obviously
good
better than a
season.
defender's prime. Obviously.
Van Dijk's defensive season was one of the best primes anyone has ever seen from a defender.
Yeah, defender. That's what I mean. It's Messi. You know what I mean? It's
So
Messi.
Ballon d'Or should just never be won by anyone other than a
It should just be Messi or it should be a Messi d'Or. That's Messi d'Or. That's what it should be called. Not Ballon d'Or, bro. It should be Messi d'Or. He's a joke, bro. He's a goat for a reason.
Well, the PR could change, honestly.
It's a goat for a reason.
But cool, let's transition away then from.
Let's go to Spurs, bro.
Check this guy.
Close that.
Check this
thing,
guy.
boy.
Let's go
Open
to
that
Spurs,
shit up,
brother.
Open it, bro. Open it.
Show me your chest,
Head your
boy.
head in, put your head in shame, bro.
Show me your chest.
Hang it in shame. Bro.
I'll admit Messi was very good in 2019. But let's talk about Chelsea for a second. Let's talk about Chelsea. Okay, because Chelsea,
Pull that zip down.
they were meant to, have their flag planted into top 4 because
Agreed.
Villa in free fall. They won their latest game. Now Liverpool are shambles. You thought maybe Chelsea. They only really lose to Arsenal. But what's going on now? Now it's just every team now.
You taught them. You taught them. You taught them in disguise. Come on, lads. Come on.
You taught them in
Disguise. Come on. Anything, Hamza?
So yesterday was an interesting day. Very, very interesting day. And Mac, you know what? Even though you got smoked today, I give you fair enough. You can say whatever you want about Chelsea because we were a fucking disgrace. Absolute disgrace. You can talk about the manager, the this, the that. We were an absolute disgrace. I was at like a family dawah, right? So I'm trying to watch on my phone. I can't watch it fully on screen. I'm watching on my phone. So what's the first 30 minutes? Honestly, I think we went to Merseyside to go lose. We didn't go there to go win. We went there to lose because we were just pissing around at the back. Sanchez flopped on the ball a couple of times. Fofana. Oh my God, don't get me started on that, brother. He starts a different defense again. We've got Joel Hato, Cucurella. I can't even remember who's at right back. And then I think it was Gusso at right back and Fofana in the middle. Bro, that defense was just like, oh my God, absolutely terrible. The midfield, shocking. Garnacho, when he comes on, turns back every time, takes too many touches on the ball. The only player that does anything is Esteban. I've calmed down since yesterday, right? But we were an absolute embarrassment to the point where it's like, I know it's funny. I was talking about Liverpool. You should back your managers, keep them to stay. Chelsea are different, right? The reason I said Chelsea are different is because that motherfucker needs to get out of the club instantly, bro. Because the model that we have, right? Rafinha, bro, the lights are too big. The lights are too big, bro. Enzo Maresca, you can say, what did he win? Right, he just won a championship trophy, right? And even towards the end of the championship trophy, towards the end of the championship, he was poor. Bro, the lights are too big for Liam Rafinha. That motherfucker doesn't know what he's doing. He's losing 3-0 against PSG, yeah, and he's writing tactics, giving it to Garnacho before it goes on. Bro, you're tapped in the head, bro. You're lost, bro. You're like, bro, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Like, you're absolutely, you have no idea what you're doing. But it's not Liam Rafinha's fault. It's actually not his fault because he is so inept, right? It's like me. I'm a sales guy, right? It's like putting me at the head of marketing, right, for Starbucks, bro. Bro, if I do a shit job, it's not my fault that I did a shit job because I'm just so absolutely underqualified for it. Why am I there, right? And then it comes down to the manager, the model, all this sort of stuff. The model, I don't think is, honestly, I think I understand the concept behind it. It has been executed so poorly that we can have, honestly, the worst performance I've seen from a Chelsea team, honestly, in years, right? The PSG thing was PSG are good, Chelsea are bad, right? And Chelsea have good players, but PSG are very good. Everton, we get smoked by Beto, bro. By Beto. That was the first time he scored 2 goals in a game. First time he scored 2 goals in a game, right? Why did that happen? Is it because Chelsea are bad? No, the players are okay, right? The manager doesn't know what the hell he is doing. He has no idea, bro. Played the same team for 4 games in a row. Lost 4 games in a row for the first time since the 90s. Since the 90s. I wasn't even alive in the 90s. You weren't alive. Not even Nikhil was alive the last time we lost 4 times. I mean, he's done it instantly. He's done it instantly, bro. We lost 4 times in a row, bro. Honestly, you talk about Champions League. This is utterly embarrassing. I think there's a big chance that we fall out of Europe. A big chance. If we don't get Rossini, there's a big chance that we don't make Champions League at all, right? Don't make Champions League. We don't make Europa League. We don't make Conference League, right? It's an embarrassment. And yesterday's performance was honestly like, I felt like a Banter club. I feel like Banter club. That felt like, bro, like this, you lose 3-0 to Everton, so what? Like, it happens. It happens because we're shit, bro. And that's the end of it, bro. Rafinha, he needs to leave immediately. Paul Mitchell, Paul Winstanley and Mitchell need to leave. They need to leave immediately. We need to rip up the way that we've been doing things and do this thing properly. Because if we don't, we're going to lose Cole Palmer. We're going to lose João Pedro. We're going to lose Enzo Fernandez. We're going to lose Caicedo. We're going to lose Colwell. We're going to lose Reece James. And the whole club is just going to be like absolute Banter era once again, right? So, yeah, when we talk about Chelsea, we're talking about shit.
I think that
we have to cook this up.
We have to cook it. I feel like he knows the issues, and we all know the issues. We all knew Liam Rossini wasn't going to be this savior, this miracle worker. Getting rid of Maresca, we all know it wasn't because Maresca was doing a bad job. It was because he exposed the ownership. He spoke against the ownership. It was a political decision. It wasn't a tactical decision. So, I mean, I don't know where Chelsea goes from here. It's one thing to say, the team is struggling, the club is struggling because of what's happening on the pitch. But Chelsea, I feel like there's a lot of issues off the pitch.
Maresca held that thing together. He held that thing together. We won a Club World Cup against this PSG team that just absolutely smoked us, that absolutely smoked Inter Milan, that's absolutely going to smoke Liverpool, that's absolutely going to smoke Bayern, that's absolutely going to smoke Arsenal, right? He held it together. He beat those lot in the Club World Cup. Reece James was permanently on the injury list. We would get a couple of ACLs every single year. Fofana was constantly injured, right? When Maresca was there, they were proper players. They were good players, right? The only player that he didn't do that with was Lavia, unfortunately, right? But these players, like Maresca, held that thing together. And my thing is like, my dream is Enrique. My dream is Enrique and comes in and screams at them. But when he came in before Maresca to interview for the job, and he did a 400-page pitch to the owners of Chelsea, and they didn't bring him in. Why did we not bring in Luis Enrique at that time? Because now he's not going to come. And now our team, honestly, I genuinely don't know where we go from here, because this model is executed so poorly and they're not getting rid of the directors. This was bound to happen. So I want Rosenior out. I've got no ill feelings to him because he's just inept. Like, he shouldn't be there. He should not be there at all.
It's more like the ownership is thinking inept. What you say?
The model is good. The model is good. It's been poorly executed, and people have got away with stuff for so long. Our sporting directors, we could have had this our front line. Genuinely could have been our front line. Osimhen, Elise, Kvaratskhelia, and Palmer. That genuinely could have been out. We were in for all four of those players. We got Palmer, right? Nobody else wanted him. We got Palmer. We could have had Osimhen. Osimhen I can get away with because he wanted 400k. That's too much. But we could have had Kvaratskhelia when he was coming out of Napoli before we went to PSG, and we could have had Elise for 35 million. What happened? We fumbled that so hard when Elise wanted to come to us. We fumbled that so badly that he signed a new contract at Palace and went to Bayern the next year. Right? That's what our front three. Now we've got Garnacho coming off the bench with Delap. Garnacho and Delap coming off the bench. I mean, Garnacho isn't as bad as Delap. I will give you that. Like, he has his moments. But the fact that we're trying to come back as a proper team and we have those two on the wings, bro, we spent $2 billion and this $1 billion, and this is what happens, bro. It's just like unbelievable, bro. Absolutely unbelievable. But yeah, man, this project is done. This is bound to happen, and yeah, I've just got to hope for Chelsea to just win a FA Cup or to start just magically doing things, because we're not a proper establishment. But if we don't make Champions League, we're going to lose some of the biggest players, right? And they're going to go on and win major trophies with everybody else.
Uzi, do you know how to comment on the Garnacho thing?
Bro, subject 49.
What did we see earlier?
Huh?
About Garnacho and his brother.
Oh, yeah. His brother put out on his Twitter bio 2023-24, like, with the flying bird meaning like RIP, meaning like Garnacho's best ever season in a football field was when he won us the FA Cup.
So many words you can say there.
Liam, no, we didn't. No, yeah, they said that we tapped him up, right? But we fucked around so long on Elise. We were in for him for like a month, bro. Nobody was in. No other team was in for him. We were in for him for a month, bro. For a month, right? And we still couldn't get that deal done. You know what I mean? Like, it's inept. It's just absolutely, even the ones we shouldn't be going for. Like, Kvaratskhelia dunked on our heads, bro. He absolutely dunked on our heads, right? We could have had him. And instead we get Garnacho, bro. We were twerking for Garnacho for 2 months. We were twerking for Garnacho. It was like
you wanted to sign him for 100 mil in January, bro. You wanted him in January for 100 mil.
Bro, what are we thinking, bro? What bakwas are you thinking? Like, what are you smoking, bro? Like, what's going through your head to twerk for Garnacho? I don't even think Garnacho's a bad player.
After signing Gittins, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, Gittins okay, but I mean, like, bro, the fact that we were twerking for him, it just like shows another poor thing from our sport directors, poor thing from the model being executed insufficiently. I think Egbali, bro, like, get rid of that guy, get rid of Winstanley, get rid of Paul Mitchell, and start again, bro. Todd Bowley's going to be the guy to hold this together. But yeah, get rid of those guys, bro.
Let's wrap up the Chelsea segment by asking Hamza a very simple question. Top 5.
I think they make it.
Top 5? Are you taking the piss?
I think top 5 gets you Champions League.
It does.
So top 5.
Top 5% confirmed.
So top 5, if you think we're getting top 5, bro, and we keep in Rafinha, right, and everything stays the same, bro, if we finish in the top 10, I'll be staggered. Staggered, bro. Absolutely staggered, bro. Like, Sunderland could finish above us, bro. Like, we play City next, then we play United, bro. We could easily lose those 2 games, and then we've lost 6 games in a row.
41. Yeah, you're right. Sunderland's on
Like
41 points, I think.
7 of them.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
play
don't
Sunday.
take that 2 games.
Our club's embarrassing, bro, and this is bound
We
to
don't play
happen. Like I
Sunday.
said to you, yeah, last game of the season. Right, last game of the season.
That's Sunderland.
But-
Imagine if they both go for it.
Bro, it's no, we're an embarrassing institution. I always say to you, when we talk about football, when I talk about Chelsea, it's bragging rights because we're not serious. We're not a serious football team. We pretend we're a serious football team. We're not a serious football team, right? Not a serious football team at all. Mohamed El Neni is Moise Caicedo. It's not 20. What does that even mean?
That
bro?
guy.
But anyway, fucking honestly, Chelsea are run terribly. This was bound to happen. If we don't get a Rafinha, this season is gone, right? So I think the club's gone, but there's a way for us to save this season, right? There's a way for us to save the season. That's to get rid of Rafinha, which is never ever going to happen, right? But yeah, so if we finish 8th, I'm not surprised, bro. I'm not surprised.
Listen, we can end it off on a good note with Chelsea. At least you're not doing a Spurs. So it's alright. You're not at the bottom, you're still at the top.
Could always be
Lost
Spurs.
3-0 today as well, bro.
Yeah.
We can touch on that for a bit. Now that
5 minutes.
That
5 minutes.
yeah, for 5 minutes because then we could wrap it up. We're not going to do predictions, obviously, because there's going to be an international
Yeah.
break. No point in doing predictions yet. So
We can run
will
through last
probably
week's
end
We'll
it
do
off.
a show just for that.
We'll do a show.
Yeah,
we can do a show leading up.
No,
like a preview.
we'll run through the results from last week though.
Yeah, we
That
can do
will
that.
do.
Oh yeah, I think I did see something. I received something from a specific.
Yes, Luco, it is the owners, bro. This is bound to happen. But we had Maresca, who's holding all of this together. Maresca was holding the whole thing together, and because he stepped out of line once, you get rid of him. It's just like you're lost, bro. You're tapped. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. You had a good January, Rafinha, bro, but it's time to go. That's it,
You didn't even have to cook this, brother. He did it himself.
Yeah.
bro. I've been
I
saying to you, lads. I've been saying to you. Have I not been saying these exact words to you?
Yeah.
Fairs.
Like I just troll a bit. I rage bait a bit. That's it. But like, bro, I'm throwing stones in glass houses. That's what I'm doing, bro.
Did it? Hello, you did say I got one only. You only got one correct.
Shit, Hamza did predict it, bro.
Okay, let's talk about the predictions. Here's our predictions from this game week 31. Hamza won the game week. But every game week it counts, man. It's like Formula One. You have the overall season, but every game week counts. You get bragging rights for another week. Hamza can brag until in 2 weeks' time when the league starts again. So Hamza did get Man United and Spurs exact.
The Spurs, he got the Forest won, so he got 1 point for that.
Oh,
That was the exact one. But they drew.
I got the score on United. I got the result on Spurs.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Toy did take into account Newcastle, Sunderland, which obviously none of us got points. That's fine.
Yeah.
And Mac
Yeah,
obviously
no,
3 points, closing the gap on me by 2. Because if we look at the table as a whole, I'm only on 73. Mac closely behind at 69. Uzi 65. Hamza 62. It's still a tight race.
It's just going with City, with Spurs at
Bro.
the same time.
Yeah, bro. Bro's getting relegated. Bro's getting relegated.
No, but also
This
one
is
thing
good
is that Nawaz, you've used your safety net. None of us have used our safety nets yet.
Yeah, but I think it was good. I used it, and I think I've utilized it to a good potential.
Yeah, but the play is to use it when there's 6 games, not when there's 5. That's the play.
Yeah.
I hear
You get double points in
I
it.
think I was going 0 or something, so I did
No, I
try.
think you're getting 1-1.
It's fine.
It's the same, though.
We'll see how much of a difference it would make. We'll see. Okay, last question. Like we said, 3 minutes left. Let's talk about Spurs. Like, surely they don't get relegated. I know we're saying this every week, but they're proving us wrong. And it's looking like more and more of a possibility. Forest, big game week for them because West Ham lost and Spurs lost.
If you look at the goals they scored for us, it's like Spurs didn't even turn up to play. How can you be conceding those goals in that manner? You are fighting a relegation battle. You're not even going for top 4 or anything. You're going a relegation battle. You could be out of the season next year. Imagine. That is crazy on another level. And for Tristan to not show up, this is showing bottle mentality, bro. Every single
That's
week.
when he knows that he comes here, he'll just get roasted.
The only time he comes is if his team wins, and that's
That's why he hasn't come.
That's why he hasn't been here this year.
That's why-
That's why he ain't been here this year.
No, but you know what's funny? Like honestly, like what we can't even make excuses for this team anymore on behalf of Tristan, because even when we said, "Oh, it's the Champions League," Spurs have this arrogance where they don't believe they're in a relegation battle, but they'll still show up for big games. They still got absolutely. I know King's Key obviously cost it for them in the first leg, but I mean, you look at the aggregate score, they still got embarrassed in the Champions League, and they're out of every other competition.
Spurs just being Spurs. Spurs delight.
So Spurs' season is a relegation battle now.
They had a decent performance in that second leg of the Champions League as well. For them not, and then they drew with Liverpool. For them not to translate that into anything today was crazy.
Yeah, you would have thought those are good results heading into this relegation 6-pointer.
They can't even claim they had midweek fatigue because they played at the same stadium, and I think those guys, Nottingham Forest, went to Michelin, which is in Norway, and also at the same time, Denmark, and at the same time they went to like penalties, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they won on penalties.
So a Thursday night to come back from Denmark to play in London is more fatigue than you just playing in London in the same stadium. There's no excuses for them.
So I'm going to ask everyone then, we're going to go around. Does Spurs survive?
I want to say no, but I think they might just survive with West Ham.
So West Ham go down. Uzi, does Spurs survive?
If they keep performing like this, bro, nah, I don't see it. If West Ham win one game, bro, and Spurs lose, they drop into that relegation zone because they're 1 point apart.
Do we want to see this before Hamza makes his comment?
What?
The comparison between them two, Spurs and West Ham.
Like on the table.
One's at 29 points, one on 30 points.
Yeah.
No, but even the fixtures, we did that with with Spurs and Forest.
Have Tottenham played West Ham twice?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Not too sure.
If they have to play West Ham, I think they're supposed to get relegated.
Someone said no own goal. How are Arsenal going to win? That's funny.
Alhamdulillah, bro. You keep to your name and be that guy for the rest of your life.
Oh, shit. So West Ham versus Wolves.
They'll win that.
Yeah, do you think Wolves' purple patch is done now?
Damn straight, Nate.
But you see now.
What purple patch did they have? Was it just beating you?
Huh?
What was that purple patch? Just beating you and drawing against them?
No, they beat Aston Villa as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So won 2 games.
Won 2 games and drew against the eventual champions.
You know what? That's probably more than Chelsea in that time. So let me not like stop people up too hard.
But listen, if they beat them, we're looking now at Sunderland play Tottenham.
And Sunderland's not gonna lose.
What happened today?
Sunderland don't win.
So right now that puts Spurs in the relegation.
Yeah, that puts Spurs in relegation.
That puts Spurs in relegation. Let's see, Spurs then versus Brighton at home.
They lose that
might
game
win.
also.
And then Brighton win.
Devils advocate, they win this, right?
They're playing a 4-30.
Where did they lose?
That's so weird. They're losing that. Palace are winning that.
Yeah, Palace will win.
And let's take Spurs out of the relegation.
Yeah.
And then West Ham.
This is a game I think they're going to focus. They'll lose. West Ham will draw or something.
I think Spurs will win that game.
I think Spurs win this also. I think Wolves confirmed relegated by this point.
They got nothing to lose. Exactly. And at home, the crowd will still get behind them.
I think so.
And Spurs, at the moment, I don't think they realize they're in a relegation battle.
Yeah, I think so. It's quite obvious.
I don't think they realize that. Guys are still drinking.
But if West Ham lock in, that's the only thing. Is I don't think Spurs will lock in. I think if West Ham find some solution to win games, Spurs are done. So their only hope is not that they'll get better, because I don't think they will. I think West Ham, they just got to hope West Ham just continue to not pick up points.
The other point also, look at the managers. You got Igor Tudor. No one even flipping. Okay, we heard of him, but what has he done? And on the other hand, you got David Moyes.
He said bad teams from relegation, though. Give him that.
Yeah, from Leeds downwards. But I'm saying, if you had to choose between Tudor or Moyes, Moyes will definitely get the job done.
So you're saying Spurs should try get Moyes?
That would be. They should even get Dyke, bro. Sean Dyke. He'll drag them out of that.
Sure. Imagine Sean Dyche, bro, from Burnley to Forest.
He'll set standards, bro. Man,
Spurs, bro.
don't doubt the man. He played Europa League football.
Bring back
Yeah,
Ange,
another
man.
one, yeah.
Bring back Ange.
That's
That's
the
what
last.
I
Both of
said.
them lose.
Like the Undertaker.
Yeah, both of them
Yeah,
probably
Both
lose
of
that.
them lose this game.
You know, the Brentford don't beat West Ham.
No, we think
Oh,
You
Brentford-
think West Ham don't
Brentford
beat
beat
Brentford? Sorry.
Brentford beat them.
Brentford's chasing Europe, bro.
Yeah, you think they're gonna go? They're gonna lose.
Yeah,
Even
but
though
they're not
due
that
to
good.
Leeds.
I don't think Brentford are that good. I think this could be like a little draw.
No, bro, they're not that good, but I don't think they're losing to West Ham. They're going for Europe. That's gonna be something at the back of their mind.
The last 2 game weeks.
Leeds is
Yeah,
really
West
bad.
Ham.
I think West Ham win this one.
West
Yeah,
Ham
West Ham
win
win that, bro. West Ham win that.
Could be. Season will be
Yeah,
wrapped up.
this is season has been wrapped up. Man, I did say April, right? So
I did say
let's see how many of his prophecies have already failed so far. So he said quadruple. That's gonna obviously that's out.
That's still.
He said the league will be wrapped up in April. So he has a month now to essentially win the league. So we gets that. And then he has game week 7 versus Burnley. Will probably win.
Bro.
But then,
They're playing Chelsea, and they both lost.
they both will probably lose.
Bro,
Yeah.
Chelsea, like if Rossini's still here and he ran against Tottenham, I absolve him of everything, right?
Do you know we're saying that?
I'll let him stay, bro.
But Chelsea are playing at home.
Yeah, but Spurs are shit. Like Spurs, every manager, even Graham Potter beat him.
No, we
Even Graham
said
Potter
that,
beat him.
and they almost beat Liverpool.
Yeah,
No, but
hey,
it's in Chelsea,
they-
Spurs, bro, is different. Spurs do not beat Chelsea. Even Potter beat him.
And this is the relegation date.
I mean, Everton away are unreal, bro.
Everton is beating them, bro. And then this is gonna be an interesting one. If Leeds are also in that contention, that's gonna be an interesting one.
Because those 3, bro.
Lovely.
But cool, man.
Yeah, guys.
This was a good stream, boys and girls, especially on TikTok. You guys were very active.
We love it.
I wonder why.
Sorry we didn't get to any of your comments. Obviously, when things get heated here and the back and forth, but we're gonna try and do better. We did get to a lot of your guys' comments in the beginning and midway through, but towards the end now, we were just wrapping up. But thanks so much for joining the live. Make sure you guys follow this account, Prem de la Creme. We go live every Wednesday and Sunday. Follow us, keep up to date with us because we might go live a bit earlier. We might go live ad hocly on different days. So to get updated, make sure you follow us. We'll update you guys via the stories. Right? Signing off for now. We got official Uzi, Man United, Hamza TFE, Chelsea, Max Saeed, Arsenal, Nawaz, the corner flag, Liverpool. See you guys next time. Enjoy the international break. We will still go live.
Yes, we will. We'll
Yes,
have
sir.
a few games lined up.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Adios, amigos.